There we go. That's better. Sorry, that was left over from last time. Right, good afternoon. Going to be here for a couple of hours. So yeah, fingers crossed, get some things ticked off and done. Thing I really want to get done today is the Tiki Torch bases. I really want to get them finished today. I have so far. They are looking good. Here they are. They've been glued. So this should now be done in 5-minute epoxy. So yeah, that's all dry and set up now. So the last thing really is just to cut these to length and then just slot them over the top, epoxy them in place, give that maybe an hour to go off and then start with the lacquer. So we're doing that today. And then in the meantime, we've got my father-in-law's vase to finish off. That's already matted on the lathe, ready to go. I've been given some pen blanks that would be great if we could turn a pen or two, or at least get them started today, glue them up. But yeah, these are the ones I'm talking about. Sorry, I got wires everywhere. So yeah, I've been sent these pen blanks from my dad. He's cutting up pen blanks and is selling them. But I mean, there's some really nice ones in here. I'm just thinking which camera is probably best to go to. We'll go to that camera there. We'll see if we can. We'll go to the work cam. Oh, that's wildly out of whack, innit? Can we go? Is that a bit better? That's a bit better, isn't it? That's a bit better. Yeah, so we've got an African rosewood. We've got magnolia. Oh, you can't see these at all, can you? Here we go. So yeah, there's a magnolia there. There's a few burn marks in them from his table saw, but it don't matter. These are Palrosa. Let's do. Oh, come on. I literally. There we are. There we go. So yeah, that's quite an interesting wood. We've got some pear there. That's quite pretty. That's got to be walnut in it. Yeah, walnut. I thought I recognised that straight away. But yeah, that's a nice walnut. We've got milk pear. Never even heard of that. So we could definitely do something with that. That's quite pretty. Good old oak. Can't go wrong. There's some yew. Oh god, the poor motor on my little camera. There's some yew there. This is flicked backwards forwards. There's a holly blank there, and then good old cherry, which I love turning. Beautiful. And that actually could look really interesting with this with this pattern in it. That could look really interesting. So yeah, he's selling these. So he was good enough to send me a few. So I said, send me some pen blanks and. I will send you a pen back, or 2 or 3. So yeah, we'll do that. Right, let's go. No, wrong one. There we go. Let's go up there. Oh, I've just got some. I was cutting up some sandpaper, replenishing my sandpaper supplies. So that's the reason why there's so much sandpaper wrapping knocking around all over the place. So yeah, we will just get on with it, I suppose. Just get on with it. But thanks very much for coming. Those of you that are here, I'm sure there'll be some more along in a bit. It's probably a bit early for most people, isn't it? Yeah, 4 o'clock and hey. Yeah, 4 o'clock, some people will be finishing work. That's right, they'll be along later on, won't they? Then they can always catch this later in VOD style. So yeah, we'll just get amongst it. Right, let's get rid of that saw blade because that don't need to be here. Right. What are we doing? What are we doing? Right, let's do these. Let's do these. So, I think we're probably safe to undo the clamps on these now. And hopefully I haven't epoxied the clamp to the wood. No, that one seems okay. Get rid of that. Ow. There we go. And oh, I managed to not to epoxy them to each other. That's fantastic. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do, because I know there's a bit of an overhang, so if that one sits on there like that, Yeah, there's a tiny bit of an overhang on these. So ideally, I think I'm going to mark them, cut them on the table saw, cut these 4 prongs down, and then they'll be flush. So I'm going to mark them first with a pencil. But literally just going to zoop across there like that. And as long as the pencil marks have gone, then that's absolutely fine. Because there we go. So we'll try and keep that one with that one, and this one, oh, that's a bit tighter, isn't it? Oh, it's because there's quite a lot of glue squeeze out on that one. Okay, that's all right. You will fit. It's just a question of whack. There we go. Right, let's do the shallowest one first. And essentially I just want to literally just run these off. Yeah, fantastic. Right, got to move the camera though, haven't I? Got to move the camera. Or will the workshop camera do? Because I'll be over here at the table saw. Not really. Not really. I'll tell you what, I'll move this one. It's no biggie. I'll just move this one briefly. It's one thing I never really thought of that I would be saying at any point. I need more cameras. There's already 3 cameras in here. Right, there we go. We could go up here, couldn't we? Oh, is that going to reach? Because that's the plug. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be all right. Yeah, so we'll have to just knock this leg down a bit. Yeah, you're going to pull off there, aren't you? Oh, you swine. Well, that seems to be... That doesn't seem to be too bad. It's just frame. Just framing this shot up before I get started. And I'm probably going to want to move my... Let's just move all of this without obviously ripping. There we go. There. Right, we're sort of all right. We're sort of okay. Fan's obviously got a shift, but that's all right. We can put that. We can put the fan there. We can get rid of that mitre. That mitre gauge can live in there. There we go. And then, ideally, just want to nibble each with one of these off, don't I? Yeah. But I also want to do it flat. So I think, that's very much in the way, because I don't want to take that much off. Okay, so we need a stop block. Let's use that and a clamp. Right. Sorry if I'm a little uncommunicative just through this process. This is something I just don't... Right, let's get rid of that. Clearly has to come out, because that is going to be very much in the way. Yeah. Okay. So I want to take off about that much on this one, which is about there. So I can nibble that under, and then I'm straight into... I think I need just a little bit more space, however. Yeah. Worth just spending a few extra minutes just making sure I've got it absolutely bob on. There isn't really enough on that one. Let's add... Oh! I finally figured out what these extra bits and pieces were for. So, might as well, if we've got them, might as well use them. I'll just add this fence for just a little bit of extra stability. But we still want to make sure that we're square with respect to the blade. So I'm just going not too bad, pretty good actually, pretty good. And I hope I don't back into that too many times. So does that, yeah, that sort of gives me a bit more of a stable platform. Because we're only literally taking the first leg off, so we're going to have to cut this in 4 stages. So that is where we want it. So lock that down into place. There we go. Right, okay, that's that setup actually done and dusted. Let's go to the work cam, which is that one. There we are. It's not a brilliant angle, I grant you, but it's the best I can do in short notice. Yeah, so I'm only cutting this one, so as long as I keep it nice and tight there. Pretty good, and then rotate it through, taking the longest one off of that one. The 4th one is going to be a bit of a guess, but as long as they're all shorter, then yeah, it's fine. Absolutely fine. Right, dust extractor. Dust extractor. Where's my remote control for my dust extractor? Oh, there it is. Right, bit of noise. Oh, better also make sure that yeah, that's right. Okay, on we go then. Oh, we've got no power. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Relatively straight. Let's get rid of you. And the scrap bin. Nearly. Good enough. And we'll just make sure that these legs is shorter than that one. They are. They are. There we go. Lovely. Right, one more. Oh, oh, ah, ah. Okay. Right, which one's going to be the deepest? We're all pretty even, to be honest. We'll line up for this one, I think. So they're going to be about there. They're not far off from each other. They are ever so slightly different, but really not far away. Cool. Okay, on we go. Oh, dust extractor. Lovely, lovely. That's fantastic. And let's just check. I'll bring the... let's get rid of these four. Come here, little scrappies. And in the bin. Yeah, nowhere near. There we go. And we just want to make sure that these are shy, so that the cross member sits on the ground, which it is. Yeah, they're fine. No worries. Right, let's get back over to the gluing bench. I will bring you with. Sorry for the motion sickness. Right then. There we go. There she blows. Right, so yeah, we're not doing bad at all. I wonder, I know this one goes with that one, but I wonder if one fits better, because that one's a little loose. So I wonder if that actually is really good on there, isn't it? Sorry. Thought my camera was going to absolutely fly off the tabletop then for a second. Let's see, does it actually work better that way around? Oh, it does. Oh, that's really nice, that. Okay, so if this fits better on here, which it does, oh, let's leave them this way around. Yeah, 100%, we'll leave them this way around. Okay, right, so we'll get rid of this one for the time being, bring it back in a mow when we've mixed up some epoxy. And I want it to go in precisely that way. So we'll leave it like that. And it's almost like I was prepared, because there's my mixing pad, there's my epoxy, and there's my mixing stick. It's good stuff, this. Yeah, 5-minute crystal clear epoxy. Sets up in 5 minutes, goes rock hard in an hour or two. What does the time say? Apply within 5 minutes, grip, leave undisturbed for 30 minutes, full cure in 24 hours. So it'll be rock hard in 24 hours, but this will be fine in an hour or two, especially as it is quite warm today. So it's certainly warm in here. I can't quite remember how to open this. I think I just bend it. I had one, I was playing with one this morning, but it's an old one, so I didn't have to open it. Or was it a case of, oh yeah, it is just a case of just snap them open. And I've already dropped it. What a clown. Where did that go? There we go. Come here. Well, going to be covered in it in 5 minutes anyway. Right, so I'll try and squeeze out as much of the air as I possibly can. Oh, good grief, I've just noticed there's quite a lot of chat. Sorry guys, I don't mean to ignore you. I really don't. I'll come back to you in a sec. I'll have a little scroll and see what you've all been saying. But I'm very grateful for you to turning up. That's awfully good of you, especially as there's so much other cool shit you could be doing with your time. It's not lost on me. I'm very privileged to have you. There's a spreader of sorts in between. I didn't take that out. That was silly. There we go. Right, this should this should squeeze a little easier now. There we go. We'll do quite a bit because we've got 2 to do, and we can always mix more. So we'll do quite a bit. Yeah, try and get the hardener mixed in with the epoxy as best we can. It should sort of go yellow and cloudy. There we go. Right, good. Right, let's just slather this in here. I caught a little bit of something of what you were saying. I think you're slamming my table saw technique, and do you know what? You're not wrong. You're absolutely right. I'm a fucking menace. It is still, without exception, the only thing in here that I am scared of. I don't like it. It's the only thing I've had an accident with. I'm not a fan, and I can't believe how far that epoxy didn't go. Oh shit. I've only got 1 tube of this stuff. Have I got enough? I am going to need some more. Oh balls. Well, that's over half a tube gone. And it's not like I've wasted any of it. I have literally scraped it everywhere. Let's get it on the sides. Get it all up in there. Right, I suppose while I've got my head down and I can't really respond to anything that anybody is saying, which I will correct in a second, you have my word, what I will say is thank you very much for being here. It's very much appreciated. If you are not already a follower, please do hit the follow button. If you're watching on Twitch, you'll see a little emoji come up, or a little I don't know what they call it. A little thing will pop up, and I've moved this around loads now, so now I don't remember which way it went, but it's going in that way, and that is just the end of it. Yeah, so if you're watching on Twitch, thanks very much for being here. I really appreciate it. If you are watching on YouTube, then please hit the subscribe button. That would be awesome. Trying to get to fit what's my next goal on Twitch? I don't even remember. Let me see. Oh, trying to get to 30 followers on Twitch. There we go. And I'm trying to get to 500 on YouTube. So if you could help me on my way, that would be very much appreciated and flipping awesome of you. That would be very cool. Likewise, if you're on one and not on the other, then nip across, just search ARC, you'll find it. You're all clever people. And give us a follow or a subscribe on the other one that you're not on. So yeah, that would be epic. And I'm part of the cable network now. There we go. Right, so here's the other one. Let's try and get this one done. Do you know what? Let's just do full send and squidge the entire lot out. There we go. Yeah, I know, mate. Oh fuck, have I done too much for the... Oh shit. Yep, it's all over my fingers. Groovy. But yeah, sort of time is of the essence with this stuff, so let's just work quickly. Also, incidentally, if you have your own channels, your own videos, you're on Twitch, you're on YouTube, you're on Instagram, whatever, and you want to drop a link into the chat, please, by all means, advertise yourselves loud and clear. Be proud of what you're doing. Let's have a look. Let's support each other. However, having said that, if you are advertising bots, fake engagement, fake likes, fake comments, fake this, fake that, then please, by all means, do go and fuck yourself, because you're a waste of time, waste of effort. It's never worth what you're asking. Even though you guys think it's brilliant, it's not. It's shite. So yeah, don't be dropping shite links in there. If anyone's a mod and anybody drops crap links in there, just kick them out. Don't even hesitate. Right, we'll drop all that in there, and then we'll probably just sort of squidge it up the sides. There we go, like butter and bread. So we'll do a bit of this and a bit of that. It's all right, this, because it, you know, it's only got to last until the dawn of time in my garden. So this doesn't have to be particularly brilliant. It just has to last forever. And then have I got enough to get these ones covered? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Got a little bit. That kind of feels like it's good enough. And again, I moved it. Shit. Like, why did I? That didn't feel as good as it did last time. Let's do that one. That's not too bad. Let's do that one. At least it's mixing it all around. Yeah, that felt okay. That felt all right. And we'll do a little clamp. Nice big clamps. Woo! Right, there we go. 5-minute epoxy and done in 5 minutes or less. So we'll just leave them to set up. Put them on the concrete rather than on the foam floor, because I don't want to rip the foam floor up in case it dribbles. That's fantastic. Right, let's get rid of all of this. You two can weld yourselves together in the bin, as can you. And you can too. Let's get rid of those two, because ideally want to keep those. That's all covered in glue. That'll be a nightmare to get off. Oh, right. Let's go back. Here we go. Done. Yes. Let's go back around here together. There we go. Oh, yeah, there's the umbilical cord for my laptop. There we are. Then you haven't got the sun behind you. Right. We'll renegotiate that fan as well, because it is sweaty in here. I don't know how hot it is, but it's hot enough for it to be mildly unpleasant. There we go. There we are. So what have we got? What have we got? Let's have a look at the old chat. There we go. Morning. Yes, morning, Donut. Are you well, mate? Are you okay? Did you take too off for that last cut? Yeah, probably. Yeah, there was a bit of a wobble on it. There was a bit of a wobble on it, but I was doing my best as much as I could. No, it won't matter too much. You set fire to the barbecue. Yeah. Tell me about it. Try not to fan my camera. Yeah, I know. I've sent my camera into the deck multiple times. Yeah, try not to lose a finger. Scares you? Yeah, hate it as well. Really don't like it. Oh, well done. Table saw still scares me too. More afraid of the router. Oh, you're afraid of the router? Yeah, I suppose. I mean, there's some inertia on a router bit. The little ones don't bother me too much, but when you start getting into like the flattening bits where there can be like 2 inches around, just going to grab a quick drink. Yeah, the inertia on them, get them wrong, and yeah, they're going to go. One message deleted by moderator. Well done, Daisy. And you banned him. Fantastic. Yeah, go on, get rid of the prick. I didn't see it, but that's clearly somebody trying to sell false engagement. They're fucking everywhere. Pandemic. Walked into the chat to that. Gone. yeah. Just don't be here. If you're not actually interested, then yeah. No, not OnlyFans. Oh, it was what he was trying to advertise OnlyFans. Or it's only if you're a fan you get a pass. He was trying to do OnlyFans. Yeah, okay, fine, fair enough. Yeah, don't want that. Don't get it. Don't understand it. Don't want to understand it. I just know there's a lot of degenerate shit happening over there. OnlyFans and Kick can stay over in OnlyFans and Kick world. I don't want anything to do with it, to be fair. Current project flattening slabs to make a desk. Oh, nice. Yeah, 1.5 inch flattening bit. Yeah, that'll. If you get that wrong, that'll hurt. That will hurt. Right. What should we do now? What shall we do now? Can't stay long. Yeah, no worries. Real life gets in the way, so don't feel bad about having to disappear. This will be on VOD anyway later on, so it'll be it'll be available on Twitch for the next 7 days. And stupid job, yeah, but you got to pay them bills, unless you're going to go on OnlyFans. So yeah, this will be available on Twitch for the next 7 days, or flip over to YouTube, it'll be up there. it'll be on there forever. You can watch it whenever, so yeah, don't worry about it. I get it, mate. I get it. I get it. You would be shocked. You would be bloody shocked at what people will pay for. It is unreal. I keep saying to my missus, get a lovely pedicure, but have like horrible scabby hairy legs, and just take pictures of those, and then just sit back and retire. Right, yeah, so what we're going to do next. Right, we've got Trev's, we've got my father-in-law's vase on the lathe. That's sort of ready to go. Or we could switch over to drilling and gluing a couple of pen blanks up, because I've got a couple of kits that I want to make. Because my dad sent me those blanks. So I'm going to make him one of these. Hey Dave, you alright? I've not seen you around in a while. Handsome Dave. You off to work as well? Yeah, fair play, mate, fair play. I think the American contingent are just waking up. 4:39. What's the time? Let's have a look. Siri. What's the time in America? In Washington it's 11:39. Okay, what's the time in California? No, don't. Oh yeah, all right, whatever, give me that. Yes, I agree. Yeah, so over the over the west coast, it's about 8:30 in the morning. So all the Yankee Doodles be off to work. So yeah, my dad, who sent me the blanks, he really wanted a fountain pen, so I've got him like a gunmetal fountain pen kit there. And then my stepmother saw I had some like rose gold, although that is coming out a bit yellow. I wonder if, in fact, it's coming out very yellow on camera. I'll just flip over to other more different cameras, see if it comes out any better over there. Is that coming out any better? Sort of rose gold copper colour. So I've got that one for my stepmom, because I can send them a pair. And then I got one of these cool dragon pen things. So it's got like scales on that bit, and then the pen clip is like, I don't know whether you can be able to see it, but the pen clip sort of like a cool dragon effect on it. I just saw it in the shop and thought, well, I never turned one of them before, so I'll have a go. So yeah, I got them to do. Yeah, 8:45. Yeah, off to work we go. Yeah, so first person in the chat to comment, I'll go with whatever you say. We'll either set up some pens or we'll finish off Trev's vase. Go. First comment I see, we'll do that. Until then, we'll be having some quiet time. Pen, right, pen it is. Pen it is. Okay, so we'll go back to our work station. Right, let's set up for my dad's one first. Right, I'm going to need these brass barrels out. I'm going to need them out first. There we go. And then these other more little smally ones. Come on, you. There we go. Right, so this is nice and easy, this, because those two are 7s, so I already know immediately that they're 7mm. But let's get the calipers. Yeah, so that's a 7mm drill bit for that one. There's a 7mm drill bit there. Let's just make sure that their 7mm and my 7mm are the same. They are. So that's cool. And these two are the same. Excellent. And that could be a 9. So we'll just try. I've got 9, 9.5 and 10. Bit of a rattle in there, so we'll go with 9.5. I do have 9.2 somewhere if the 9.5 is a bit big. Oh, 9.5 is a little bit small. Okay, maybe that's not a 9.5 after all. Maybe that is another 9. 10. Even 10 is just a tad. Let me see. Yeah, 10 will go. 10 will go. And then for my one, which is very cool, I'll have to QR code the instructions on this one. Oh, that's the price. Hide that. So I've never done one of these before, so I will have to check them both because I don't know that they're exactly the same. So that's reading a 9, as is that. That's coming up a little small. That's coming up a bit small, that drill bit. Let's try a 9.5. Again, I say 9.5, I haven't even checked the shank to make sure that it is actually what it says it is. So that does say it's a 9. And this does say, no, it does say it's a 9.5, okay. So check it again. 9.5, spotty dog. Perfect. Right, next job is to scuff up these bits of brass because they're far too shiny. Very, very shiny. So we need to scuff them up, make sure that the hide the evidence. Yeah. Well, me and my better half have an understanding. If anything that she buys is going to horrify me, she tells me that it costs how much, darling? I know you're watching. She may, I don't know, what's the time? I know she might still be working, so, but yeah, if anything she's buying is going to horrify me, then she tells me that it costs £5, and quite frankly, everything in here costs £5 as well. So, she has her out, I have mine. It seems to work for us. Right, so just scuffing these up real quick. And then it's a case of colour matching. Finding a bit of wood that's going to look nice with the colour of kits that we've got. Oh. I would reckon that for a copper coloured kit, probably a lighter wood would probably look quite nice. Just want to make absolutely sure these are scuffed really well though, because this is what is going to allow the glue to grip. There's no half-arse in this, because if you don't do this part right, then there's every chance that either the barrel, which is what I'm sanding now, will come apart from the wood while it's being either turned or polished or used, and then it's a bit of a disaster after that point. Yep, there we go. Last ones. So I'm not trying to change the circumference of these, I'm just trying to take the shine off of them, just to give the glue something to grip on. I'm going to need some water as well. Oh, I've got drinking water. Oh, I'll have to use some of that. I'll have to sacrifice my drinking water. I'll turn this fan around as well. because it's chuffing boiling. Last one before my hands seize up on me. There we go. There we go. Right, so I can bring you in a little closer, I think. There we go. So, for a bit of rose goldy copper coloured thingy. Yeah. What colour's going to look nice with that, I wonder? This is a bit of you. Yeah, that could look okay. Use possible. See the magnolia. Do want something that's a little bit not orange because it'll contrast just a little bit better then. So that's magnolia. Focus, you bastard. Go on. Focus. Focus. Oh, there we go. Oh, have a good day, mate. Cheers for checking in anyway. Do appreciate it. Have a good one. Be safe. So there's Magno. That's a serious contender. That I quite like. Look, I quite like the contrast between those two. I quite like the contrast. In fact, you know what? I'm going to make the decision. Command decision made. So the rose gold one's going to be out of magnolia. Let's do the fountain, which is gunmetal black. There, come on, focus. Whoa, what the hell's this? Sorry for bothering you. I'll get rid of him. Offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, views, chatbots, etc. The price is lower than any competitor. If there's a mod in the chat, can you get rid of this bellend? Or I'll do it. Thank you very much. See you later, dipshit. So, Holly. Sorry to bother you. Fuck off. Holly and black. No, that looks a bit bland. That one. Not really sure about that. No, I don't think we'll go with. We won't go with that. What about walnut? Walnut and black could look a bit spectacular. Come on, focus. If I go down a bit. Or up. There we go. Walnut and black could look good. There's a possible. I'll keep that on the possible list. What's this? Oak? No, I'm a bit bored of oak. I mean, something really orange like African rosewood. No, I'm really liking that walnut. Or what's this? Milk pear. I've never turned milk pear before. That could look okay. Joe would strike me as easy as if my dad was actually watching, then he could choose. I'm feeling the walnut, I think. No, do you know what? I'm going to go with it. Walnut. That's what we'll go with. We'll go with the walnut. And then for mine, what colour is the kit here? Sort of like a, I don't know, like an antique-y sort of pewter copper colour, I guess. I don't really know how to explain. Ooh, let's do it that way around. Don't really know how to explain that colour. It's kind of cool though, but oh, hang on, phone. Who's this now? Yeah, okay, that's just work. That can wait. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? You? Would that go? Well, it does bring out the gold. that orange in the wood does bring out the gold, so maybe. That's a possible. Let's go with my favourite cherry. I love cherry woods. No, not feeling that. What about pear? I mean, that's quite nice. That brings out the gold beautifully in that. Or at least it would do if you could see it. There we go. Yeah, I quite like that. Yeah, I might do pear. Yeah, I'm gonna do pear for that. Ah, right. Cheers, Father. That's very cool. Very cool indeed. Okay. Oh, right. I've just put my finger in a massive, great big blob of epoxy. Let's get rid of that. Next thing I've got to work out is, have I got enough wood to do? Yes, I've got loads of magnolia to do those two, so that's fine. Have I got enough walnut to do those? Yep, tons and tons, that's mint. And have I got enough pear to do my one? Loads. Wicked, that is 3 for 3. Right. I'll flip you over to the workshop cam while I just adjust this one here for going over to the bandsaw. Maybe zoom out just a little bit. There we go. Right, are all these, oh, that's another thing, are all these the same size? No, they're not. So those two, right, okay. Okay. I hate this being there. Can I clip it up there somehow? Not really. Okay, I'm just gonna have to be careful. I suppose once on this side, it's fine. So with a little bit of overlap, and cut this one about there. And then the same for this one, except I'll do it the other way round and leave, so it'll be about there-ish. Get rid of that. Lovely. Ow. And then for the walnut, that's twice I've now walked into those spikes on the floor. I've just glued. Yeah, that'll do. And you know what strikes me? I've just gone to all that trouble of setting up that camera, and I've left it. Oh, it's become discontinued. Oh God, how do I make this one? Not working. Work cam, not working. Brilliant. Face and work cam, not working. That's mint. I'm so glad. So I have one camera, and it's that one. Oh no! Oh no! What shall I do? Shall I go away and come back? I think I'm going to have to. I think I'm going to have to go away and come back, guys. I'm really sorry. I think I might have to do a full and bring it all back up. Oh shit! And bring it all back up again. I really don't think I've got any choice, because I can't survive on one camera. You're going to be very bored just looking at that. Yeah, this is a bit poor, isn't it? Yeah, I really don't have a choice. Yeah, I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to. Guys, I will be back, all right? I will be back. It's going to take me a minute to just drop everything, you know, rename all the files and everything, and then come back up. So please bear with me. Do come back if you don't get, oh, excuse me, engaged in something else. But I'll be back as soon as I can, all right? Yeah, sorry about this. Sorry. Oh, that camera's just shut itself off. But yeah, I'll be back in 5. All right, take it easy. Do you know what? I'll even put my take a break. There we go. Put my take a break in. Cinemo. I'll take the opportunity. I'll have a wee as well. Right, I think we're back. I think we're back. Sorry about that. Nightmare. I think possibly it is quite hot in here, so we'll just go for it again and see what happens. I've opened the door up, so fingers crossed, with a bit of a breeze created by the fan. Hopefully some of the heat should just dissipate out the door, so that would be pretty nice. Let's just go through. Yeah, we've got a work camera. We've got other more different. Why is it backwards? I don't know. But the work camera and my stupid head. Overhead cam, workshop cam, yeah, workshop and me, yeah, working, and then workshop and all cams, yeah, not too bad. Epic. Right, let's go back to making pens. Right, where were we before it all went to shit? We were here, weren't we? Right, so we've got 2 of these, so these need to be the same size, so I can just put them side by side, cut off the excess, put them in my mouth for a second. So it needs to be that. Okay, walnut done. There. So let's do drill bit, blank, blank. Oh, I forgot to get some water when I was indoors. Bloody hell. That's okay. I'll take some out of my water bottle. Right, so a little bit of overhang. So back there for the first one. So this is the pair for mine, and the 2 blanks, or the two barrels you can see are 2 different sizes. When you buy a pair blank, a pen blank, what dimensions are they typically? So yeah, my dad was asking. Basically, as big as you can possibly make them without being too big and wasting loads of material. So generally speaking, about the right size is about 25mm by 25mm by about 100 and, 140, 150, 160, something like that. Give me a sec and I will give you a much better answer. With examples. So hang on, let me put these down. So pair, blank, blank, and a spare bit. There we go. Right, so yeah. And then I have, where are those Corian blanks gone? I haven't used any in ages, so they might be quite well hidden. Oh, no, there we go, that's them. There we are. Right, so I'm coming back. So these are the ones that my dad made, all right? And these are, so these are 24 by ever so slightly less than 24 by, come on, will you go any further? No, you won't go any further. By just, I mean, literally, I can only, that's only not going on. Oh, there we go. I can just squeeze it on, and that's at 15 centimeters, so 150 mil, and that has got me two of the probably the longest blanks I ever use, quite comfortably with a little bit of excess. So yeah, that's absolutely fine. That's a really healthy pen blank. Now I have bought in the past some Corian blanks, and it won't take a genius to figure out that the options for turning pens out of these are pretty limited, and you have to be a hell of a good shot. How much smaller that is. You have to be such a good shot with a drill bit, and you are very limited as to what you can make with that. They finish beautifully, but they unfortunately they are so bloody tiny. So yeah, about 1 inch by 1 inch. What's 1 inch? 1 inch. Half inch is 12.7 mil. So yeah, you're just slightly shy of an inch by 15. 1 inch, 2.7, 2.4, 12.7, which is 15. Yeah, there or thereabouts. There or thereabouts. Are you thinking of buying them, or are you thinking of cutting them to make? What are you planning? What's going on in that head of yours, Donut? And I've got to ask, the NE is that for New England, by chance? Offcuts think we made decent pen blanks. Yeah, I mean that's the best thing about pens, is you can use any old offcut. I have got offcuts of ply, Nebraska, of course it is. I've got offcuts of ply. I've got offcuts of any number of woods. You can even glue up little tiny pieces of wood to make a pen blank. But yeah, essentially, obviously we use the metric system over here. I know you're in the imperial system over there, but yeah, 1 inch by 5 inch. Let me get my other more different, because I don't want to give you any duff information by literally not walking 2 steps across the workshop and getting another ruler that's got inches on it. Yeah, I mean, if you can make that. So there's a metric ruler. Oh, go this way. So there's a metric ruler there. So that goes to 150 mil, which then equates to essentially 6 inches. So if you can push that 5 inches out to 6 inches by an inch squared, that's a very healthy blank. That'll be a very healthy blank. So I would go 1 by 1 by 6. And there's not going to be a pen kit that I can conceive of that you're not going to get out of that one piece of wood. And then it allows you to like grain match and do all those sort of things. So yeah, if you can get 1 by 1 by 6, you're absolutely golden. You'll have a little bit of an off cut, but not too much. But it just gives you the freedom to be able to do any pen you like, anything you see. If you're in America, which you are, if you have a look at Penn State Industries, they've got some incredible kits. I'll warn you now, they aren't cheap, but they are, in terms of quality, they are about the best. They are bloody awesome. So yeah, if you want, I've had plenty from them. Their nautical pens are gorgeous, heavy, solid. I realise I'm talking to nobody here. Yeah, so if you want my advice, especially being in the States, you lucky sod. Penn State Industries, Penn State Industries. They've got loads of pens, loads of kits. You're not going to get bored from that place, and then you won't have to pay import tax, because I have to pay import tax, which makes them hugely expensive, but they really are good, and I mean they are excellent. There's a huge fly in there. It's like a pissing pterodactyl. Right, I need to drill these out, so I daren't fuck about with this camera again. I really daren't, in terms of unplugging it from over there and plugging it in someplace down there. So I think I'm probably going to go overhead for this. I'm just going to have to make do. Where am I going to be? Yeah, do you know what? You're not even going to be able to see me. You're not even going to be able to see me at all. I'm going to disappear from view. I just really don't want to run the risk of moving that camera again. So you're going to have to forgive me for ducking out of shot, but I literally just going to be away while I glue. Nope. while I drill these blanks out. I won't be many minutes. Be as quick as I can. But yeah, Penn State Industries for pen blanks. You can't go wrong. They are very, very nice pen blanks. Pen kits. You can use any wood for pen blanks, any wood you like. Obviously, soft woods do have a tendency to mark. Yeah, they'll take dents quite readily. So you do need to sort of be a little bit careful in your selection of what you're going to use. But any hardwood is a good advocate for a pen kit or for a pen blank. There we go. Lovely, there's one. Beauty. And two. Well, that's the walnut one's done. So yeah, not that long ago. Well, I say not that long ago. It probably was a fair old while ago now. If truth be told, I did a project on Kickstarter. It's probably 4 or 5 years ago now, actually. Oh, who's this now? It's my mother. Sorry, peeps. Clearly she doesn't know I'm streaming, so you're just gonna have to bear with me a second.
Be safe.
Yeah, will do. I'll catch up with you when you get home.
Take care.
All right, love you, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, sorry about that, folks. She got heat stroke and was really poorly, so thought I'll give her a few minutes because she's managed to find some phone signal from somewhere. She's out in Italy, just underneath Mont Blanc, and she's not used to the heat, so it's absolutely kicked her in the flaps and put her on her arse. So yeah. Yes, heat stroke, not fun, not fun at all. Pretty minging. Right, what were we doing? Oh, we was drilling them things, weren't we? Right, yeah, let's get on with that. So I got, I've done one. I'm set up for number 2. So yeah, just got to rinse through these 2. Oh. I think my 7mm drill bit might be a bit my 7mm drill bit might be a little bit blunt. Have I come through the bottom of that? I don't know. Let's just make sure. Yeah. Do. So, in the world of news, what has happened? What interesting things can we talk about? The old fella that's babysitting the United States, he's thinned himself out. I hear that's quite something. The quote-unquote leader of the free world has decided that he's too old for the job, which he's probably right, he probably is. There we go. So yeah, I don't know whether that is whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, and I'm admittedly completely ignorant of the US system, political system. So does that mean then that shit, that's hotter than I wanted it to be. Fuck. Does that mean then that Kamala? He's actually dead. She hasn't been seen in 5 days. Oh, surely not. Poor old, what's his name, Joe. Maybe he's just having a break, bless him. It's pipe and slippers time for him. So does that mean that Kamala Harris is going to be the president, and that'll be, you know, the first black, first female president of the United States? Because if that is, that's quite something. That is quite something. America's finally caught up with the rest of the world. So yeah, it's a strange old time we're living in, isn't it? Strange old time. And obviously there was the incident with old Donald. There's lots of people who think that was a terrible thing to have happened, and lots of people think that was a good thing to have happened, and I don't really know how I feel about it, but I don't suppose it really matters, because I bet you DT's not asked about what I think. Woo! Oh, that's going through like butter. Lovely. Oh yeah, it's going to have a bit of a scream though. Shut up. Oh, yeah, I mean that cuts really well, but God does that make a noise. Yeah, well, this pear's great. About there, I think. I'll come back to you. I've got this one to do, and then I'll come back and we'll see what you've written. I'm only here, look, I'm only here. There we go. Just take my drill bit away. Oh, so yeah, so the nominee for one party Trump's still the other nominee. Yeah, but I know, but if he, so what's the deal then? If he steps down and steps aside, doesn't she automatically become the president as the vice, because she's the vice president right now, right? So doesn't she automatically become the president, or is that not how it works? Has she got to be, has the whole thing got to go through and she's got to be elected again? Is that how it works? I don't really get it. Because here in English politics, if the Prime Minister thins himself out and gives up, then the Deputy Prime Minister becomes the Prime Minister. So and that just happens automatically. So I don't really know how it works over there in ye olde US of A. Oh, that's filthy. I don't want to put water in there just yet. Let's give that a brush out. So yeah, he didn't resign from being president. He said he's not going to seek. Oh right, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. So he's still gonna finish out his term. Then is that what that means? And then but he's not going to stand for re-election. So he's not going for a second term. If he were to step down for president, she would be president for the rest of the term. She was. Okay, all right. So he's not good. So correct me if I'm wrong. What you're saying is he's not stepping down from being the president. He's just not going to run for re-election. Yeah, is that correct? Yeah, got it right. Cool. Okay, understood. Understood, my friend. Understood. Or don't really understand it. I definitely, there's two things about America I don't understand, and that's the political system and American football. I have tried and tried and tried, but I don't get it. It just spazzes my noodle. I find them both interesting, incredibly interesting, just beyond my comprehension, I think is probably the fairest way I can say it. One is fantastic and the other is there. Do you mean, are you talking about the fact that politics and football, or are you on about the two major parties, that one is fantastic and one is just that? I've got a feeling you mean that, I'm hoping you mean what you really like is football and the politics can go and take a huge steaming dump on itself. I think that's probably what you mean. I love American football. Yeah, I was right. Good. Well, yeah, you've got to love something. I'll tell you, the Super Bowl is quite something, isn't it? But yeah, 4-hour football game. Flipping heck, I'm not sure I can handle that. And then in a case of just everyone just goes to be seen, it's a bit like the Formula 1 here. Everyone goes just to be seen. They don't really like football. It's just everyone goes because it's where everyone goes. Isn't that the case? Right, so on with this. Baseball's my first. Baseball, okay. Yeah, all right. I kind of get that, I guess. I kind of get that. There's a nail in my glue, and I don't remember putting that in there. Maybe I did, but I safeguard don't remember putting that in there last time I used it. I hope I put that in there, because if I didn't, then something extremely strange is going on. But there's absolutely a nail in there. I'm going to need some pliers. Oh joy. Oh rapture. Yep, that came out. Oh wait, that's a very weird looking nail. What the fuck? I've definitely used this before. I have used this bottle before, and I do not remember bunging that in it. Or maybe it's part of this lid and I've just yanked it out for no... Oh shit, I don't get it. Oh, I don't know. I'll put it back when I'm done. Right, so this is Gorilla P. I think everybody calls this PU glue, but it's really good. I know it's not. Yeah, no, no. Baseball really isn't that popular here. I think we've got our own version, but we call it rounders, and it's definitely not like. But yeah, your college sports are enormously popular, whereas the sports here are definitely more commercial than anything else. It's all about the money first and the love of the game and that second, I think. But I'm not massively into sport, to be honest. I like anything with an engine, but I barely have time to watch anything now these days. Right, anyway, so PU glue, water activated. So what I basically do is I dunk the pen barrel in some water, give it a little bit of a shake, and then it's just a case of squidging as much of this on it as I possibly can. It's very, very, very thick. And then spreading it all over. Of course, I'm absolutely missing the shot I've just seen. I'll come down here. I'm so shit. I've got a fucking screen on this camera. Why am I not looking at it? You absolute donut. Oh my God. I'm just staring at the back of its screen like an absolute wally. Right, so, yeah, squeezing. God, Jesus Christ, that's hard. Squeeze a buttload of this PU glue out onto this blank here. Give it a good old sort of smudge round so it's all covered. Obviously, the gloves are going to soak up a little bit. There we go. And then a quick dunk back in the water and then whack it in the blank there. And then use me a special pokery stick here to just push that barrel so it's equidistant on the inside. There we go, done. So that's that one done. That one. And this is where I cover the outside of my glue bottle. This is very difficult. This is very difficult. I'll do it like this. Yeah, so I cover the outside of my glue bottle in residue from my fingers. And it's absolutely stinking stuff. And if it's on here for long enough, then it soaks through the glove and onto my fingers, and then my fingers go black, and they stay black for blooming ages. So it's not very pleasant, this stuff. But it's hella good glue because it expands. Oh, that's right. I was telling you how it worked, wasn't I? And then I moved on to other things. So it expands essentially, and what it does is it takes up all of the void space. So if there's any sort of space inside the blank, it'll take that up. There we go. So after about 20 minutes, that will all start to go foamy. So it's stuck. Chuck that down there. And it's absolutely wrecks my hands. I did have a bigger bottle, and I do need a new big bottle. Darling, if you're still watching, stick this on a list for me. I need some more PU glue rather than this tiny little 60ml bottle. It's no good. I can't use it. It's too much for my shitty decrepit hands to take. Quick dunk back in the water. Oh, that's tighter than I wanted it to be, but okay, we'll have to make do. And it's just a case of good grief, that does not want to be pushed any further into that one. I don't know why. Oh no, there it goes. Goes a bit further. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Right, halfway there. Halfway there, and then we can move on. Just give this a second to sink to the bottom. Oh, that's a selfish line. Ho ho. Tell you what, if I was in a nightclub, I'd get into trouble for a line like that. There we go. Yeah, good tight fitting blanks these. Oh, popped out the other side. Clearly I've what the hell's going on? That one seems to be, oh god, they weren't different. Oh no, they're okay. They're okay. It's alright, we can trim them straight. They'll be fine. That will be fine. Last ones, and these ones are the biggest ones, so they're going to take a lot of glue. I'm really glad I left these to the end now. Yeah, so the old DT incident where the old fella was fired upon. I don't know if the coverage is different in America, but certainly here it seems like the people in the background who were actually hit were largely forgotten about. They really didn't get a lot of coverage here. I'm hoping that the US media covered those poor people a bit better than the UK media did, from what I've seen. Yeah, they largely got forgotten, which is a real shame. You kind of think, well, yeah, I mean, you know, it's going on. I was lucky he didn't get hit. Lucky, well, I mean, he obviously got hit, but lucky it was just a scrape. But I believe there were actually people who got absolutely, yeah, done over by it. So you'd like to think that they're okay. But yeah, it seems to have gone largely quite quiet about those poor souls. Hopefully, hopefully they've been, you know, captured, honoured, and remembered appropriately. So coverage has been about how the security team wasn't adequate. Yeah, been quite gracious to the family. Oh, that's good. That's good to know, because you don't want those people. You know, they it's not their fault. They weren't. Just innocent bystanders. Yeah, it is very troubling though when somebody's got the gall and the bravery to take a pot shot like that in open view. You know, seemingly without any care or care about the consequences or what they're doing. It's, I mean, you know, if you feel so strongly about something, surely there's got to be better ways of going about getting your opinion across than that. Surely there's got to be more measured approach. I mean, what's the yeah, Yeah, it's a real shame, absolute crying shame that some people didn't go home after that. What's the gun culture like in Nebraska? Is it sort of, you know, is it quite a normal thing, or is it sort of a bit more of a modest sort of state where it's, I don't really know which states might be sort of a bit more anti-gun, or I think California is quite anti-gun as far as from what little I know. There we go, right. 6 absolutely gorgeous pen blanks, gluing. 10 absolutely stinking fingers covered in glue and starting to, so I can feel it starting to soak through. Yeah, starting to soak through. Glad that's gotten rid of. Right, so you see what I mean about mostly farmers, quite pop. Yeah, I mean, for places like that, you think, yeah, of course, get one. But do you need an automatic rifle? Or not, you're not allowed. Automatics are quite hard to get hold of. I'm not going to make that ignorant thing. But do you need a semi-automatic rifle in New York? I would suggest you probably don't. There you go. So you can see. Come on, focus, you dick. There we go. So you can see there that it's already starting to foam up. So there's this yellow that's come around here. Let's go. There we are. Look at that. So yeah, the glue's already started to foam up. You can see there where it's going foamy on the sides there. That's my fingerprint. Can I pick this one up? This one's gone very foamy already. So there we go. So they will dry into sort of a like a hard builder's foam, dead easy to drill through. But when you're cutting them, the barrel that's inside there is like welded to the inside. It soaks into all the wood pores. It's fantastic stuff. This fantastic stuff. I rate this much better than I rate super glue for this sort of application. This PU glue is immense. Right, now what was going on with the, oh, do you know what, don't know, I'm just going to put it back in there and ignore the fact that it ever came out. There we go. Yes, automatics are illegal in the US. Yeah, I did know that. I misspoke. Yeah, I was aware of the fact that automatics are illegal, but semi-automatics and like rifles and things, you just, you know, in somewhere like New York, could you really justify like a rifle in New York? Handgun, yeah, sure, why not? But I mean, if there's no open farmland, I mean, New York, I know New York is absolutely massive as a state, but like the city of Manhattan, for instance, you know, is it really sensible to let just ordinary fuck nugget people wander around with rifles? We certainly don't do that here. Yeah, it's a whole thing, this whole debate about guns, because you know, I work with them. I think they're absolutely wicked. I love them. I just don't think that they should necessarily be accessible to every member of the public, because there are some members of the public which are dumb as fuck. Yeah, exactly. I mean, here, like, everybody thinks you're not allowed a gun in the UK. Not true. Not true. I used to have one. Shotguns, anybody, anywhere can have a shotgun. Anything that fires an actual bullet, you need to have an assessment, and you need to be able to demonstrate that you're going to land, that is either you're a member of a shooting club or you have access to land where the range of that weapon can be used in a hunting, you know, doodah. If you live in the middle of a city and you don't know a farmer that you can go and do like vermin or deer or something on, you ain't got a hope in hell of getting a, I think it's a section 5 for actual firearms licensing. You know, shotguns, not too bad, anybody can get a shotgun. Pistols, like, you know, the normal stuff, you can't get hold of a pistol unless you shoot it competitively. You can, though. I know, I'm vaguely aware there are some exceptions if you shoot it, if you shoot for competition. But but you know, that's a whole nother thing. Friend of mine, mad into guns, got loads of them. We went, he took me muzzle loading musket shooting not that long ago, which was awesome fun. I mean, you're not getting many rounds off a minute. You're lucky, you're doing well if you get 2 rounds off a minute, but I wonder if I've got the picture. Hang on, I'll see if I can find it real quick. Great fun though, really, really good fun. Haven't pulled the trigger. Womp womp. Yeah, good one. You get a ding ding for that one. Oh, that was when we went clay pigeon shooting. Clay pigeon shooting is quite popular here, especially in this part of the UK and sort of the in Leicestershire. There we go. So that was us, you know, muzzle loading shotgun musket in thingying, but I thought that was quite a cool shot. I got that, so I was quite happy with that. Like, yeah, I thought that was wicked. Yeah. So yeah, that sort of thing there. Very, very cool, very old, but yeah, massively complicated to load, with the old stabbery downer and pouring in the powder, and then the ball doesn't really fit because there's some sort of wad thing that you have to sort of bang it down, but then you're sort of conscious that your hand is above it and you're banging a ball onto powder, and I'm pretty sure it's absolutely safe, but there's always that part of your head that's going, if this goes off, you know, that the first thing that's going to turn into a projectile is that rod, and I'm holding it. So yeah, it's, yeah, the first couple I did, I don't mind admitting, was proper squeaky bum time. You know, it was yeah, I wasn't very happy, but you settle into it. It was good fun. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, we've got Glock 17s are our sort of service. For any of you who don't know, I'm in the Navy. Yeah, Glock 17s are our service pistol. But we on my once you're not scared of it, you're likely to get hurt. That's it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, so I look after all the explosives and ammunition on board. That's sort of my job, or one of my jobs. The thing I always say to anybody is it's perfectly safe right up until the point when you forget how dangerous it is. The minute you forget how dangerous it is, it'll blow your head off. Simple as that. Treat it with respect. Right, so pens done. Tiki bases, they should be done now and ready for a coat of varnish. I think we should probably go for that. Yeah, I think a varnish coat for them would be a very good idea. So I'm just going to have a little clear up, get rid of the other bits and pieces over here so I don't varnish the things that I actually want to keep clean. Oh, need to check my battery pack of my doodah and make sure I'm not flashing red. No, flashing blue. Good. Batteries are still okay. Fantastic. These batteries have lasted way longer than I thought they were going to. Right, well, they can just go over there because they'll weld themselves to the paper, but it doesn't matter because the outsides are going to get turned anyway. They're absolutely covered. Oh, I really went heavy with the glue there, didn't I? There we go. Just, ugh. That'll be that later. That'll be that later. I'll deal with that. Why are you shouting at me? My health app thing is having a go. Oh, okay, right, cool. Not to worry. Right, so varnish, yes, varnish. There's a paintbrush. Already got that. Varnish, varnish, varnish. Here we go. Some polyurethane varnish, lovely jubbly. We need need more gloves. Why are you beeping at me? Why are you beeping at me? Oh, Matt Armstrong has just uploaded a video. If you're into cars, if you're into like car YouTube, Matt Armstrong is probably the UK's biggest car YouTuber at the minute. He literally lives up the road from us, like about 2 miles up the road, and he's literally the epitome of a rags to riches story. You know, he went from repairing his missus's what was it? She had an Audi TT that she crashed. Did that in the car park of his. Oh, come on now! There we go. Did that in the car park of the place where he used to work. He used to work in an Indian restaurant and fixed it in the car park. And now he's fixing McLarens and Lamborghinis and BMW M5s and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, the guy has done extremely well for himself. And some of the cars that he fixes, he auctions off, which I'm not ashamed to admit. I have had a couple of goes on some of his competitions because a lovely M5 sat on my drive wouldn't half look good. Who's this now? And Linus Tech Tips is uploading. Clearly 6 o'clock on a Tuesday is peak upload time for everybody else. Right, another set of gloves. And I know already I'm going to need a screwdriver. There we go. And I'm going to use my gluing stick to stir my varnish with, because I've not used it in an awfully long time, so I guarantee you that all the good stuff is sunk to the bottom. Right, this is really only just to give it some a chance of surviving in the garden over a winter, because I don't envisage I'm going to take these in at any point, so they're going to sit in the garden until they rot. So there we go, great big pot of headache juice. Oh yeah, I can feel the gloopiness at the bottom where all the actual varnish is. So this is polyurethane varnish. Basically it's going to give it a lovely plasticky coat and just protect it from the weather a little bit. I may put further coats on later on down the line, maybe, but we'll see how this survives. And just scrape the sides, try and get all the good stuff suspended in the. There we go. Right, we'll see how we go with this little brush, and if it looks clear that perhaps a larger brush would be more beneficial, I can always switch. Let's just get rid of this in the bin. Obviously you've got to take special care to make sure you do the rim and the hole properly. Where hey. But essentially I just want to paint this on nice and thick, smoosh it on. I'd rather have too much than not enough of this stuff. There we go. Right. Again, so while I'm doing this, if you are not subscribed on YouTube, why not? It's free. It makes me incredibly happy. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers. I think I'm on about 480 something, 484, 485, something like that. So if you're watching on Twitch or you're watching on YouTube and you're not yet subscribed, it would be incredibly good of you if you would just hit the red subscribe button and be a subscriber. That would be awesome. Twitch wise, trying to get to 30 on Twitch before I hit the next, or before I change the goal again and try to go for probably 50 next time, I guess. I don't really know, but you know, it's always appreciated. So if you're watching on one and not subscribed or following on the other, do please nip across to the other platform. So if you're watching on Twitch and you're following on Twitch, that's great. I sure do appreciate it. It's very, very good of you. I do appreciate it. But if you could nip across to YouTube and give me a subscription over there, that would be fantastic. There's, you know, over on YouTube, there's like 50 other project videos that I've done in the past. So there's tons and tons and tons of stuff that you've not seen if you're only watching on Twitch, because I've not actually been on Twitch all that long. Bit of a late bloomer, but never mind, I'm here now. Yeah, and likewise, if you're on YouTube, then, you know, nip across to Twitch. I know it's a foreign platform, but you can come across to Twitch and you can hit follow over there. It's like subscribing on YouTube. It's completely free. It won't cost you anything, but it does boost me up and like brings my engagement up, which is fantastic. Helps me get out there, helps me to be seen by other people, which is marvelous. Which is all we really want, is just to know that what we're doing is appreciated and other people will get the chance to enjoy it at least. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind, that would be flipping awesome. I would surely appreciate it. I know, you know, got a good core audience. You won't let me down, I'm sure. If you're watching, I'm sure you've already done most of the things that I'm asking anyway, but just on the off chance there's one or two of you out there that haven't yet, and it would be very much appreciated. Also, if you are a creator yourself, or you have a channel, or you have an Instagram, or you have Twitch, YouTube, or anything else that you would like to post, then please throw that into the chat. Don't be shy. You know, this is not a place where it's all about me. Self-promotion, we should all do a bit more, and absolutely I want to help support that. So if you've got an Instagram account, you know, if you're doing anything sort of crafty on Instagram, then throw it in there. If you've got a YouTube channel, throw it in there. Everybody else, go and give them some love if they do. You know, support each other. That would be bloody brilliant. It's what it's all about. It's what it's all about. So yeah, don't be shy, don't be coy. You know, share your stuff. Share your stuff. It's all good. But yeah, the only thing I won't have here shared is that horse shit about, oh, we'll get you loads of subscribers and loads of views, you know, or bots or whatever it is, because that's all fake engagement shit. So yeah, I don't stand for that. But anything else, you know, even if if you've got your dog's got an Instagram account, throw that up there. Who doesn't like an Instagram account for a dog? All right, let's just turn this around a bit. Make sure I'm getting it all. So yeah, chuck it up there. Let's have a look. See what you're doing. See what you're up to. Oh, I have missed a bit. Talking of missed a bit, gonna drop her in it now. So my wife, Mrs. ARC, she so we met in the Navy. She's out now, absolutely killing it in other areas of industry, but we met in the Navy, and she was, one of her duties was an HQ1 watchkeeper. So she used to sit in the ship's control centre and sort of monitor the fire systems, and some of the running machinery, with the engineer guys up there, and just be sort of a central central point of contact. So you could phone up if you were looking for somebody on ship, or you wanted somebody to turn up somewhere. You could phone them up and say, look, could you get this person piped? And they'd make an announcement, you know, so and so is requested to go to this place, or go to here for a meeting, something like that. So it was like a bit of a switchboard operator at the same time. And she prided herself on never getting caught out, never getting, hello. Hey, nice one. So we've got a first time chatter in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, hi Vlar. You're very welcome, mate. You're very welcome. Make sure you're following. What are you on? I don't know what. I think you're on. You must be on Twitch. Yeah, make sure you're following, buddy. And if you've got a channel yourself, throw it in the chat, please, so we can come and check you out. But you're very welcome. Thank you for coming. And thanks for the chat. Anyway, so yeah, the wife. So she was on duty, taking, very diligently looking after the ship, and somebody phoned up and asked her to make an announcement. Could you make an announcement? And this would go around live all around the ship. Quite a big ship as well. So there's a frigate. British frigate, so about 170 people, and what she was asked to announce was Mr. Bit, civilian paint contractor, telephone call or something along those lines. But the line was Mr. Bit, civilian painting contractor. She didn't even finish making the announcement before the XO, the number 2 in charge, was already phoning the SEC to give her a bollocking. Yeah, she got royally caught out. It's the only time I've ever known her get caught and fall for something like that. Bless her. It's a low point. Oh, nice one. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. That's very good of you. Thank you very much. See? Somebody out there doing the business. What a legend. What an absolute legend. It's probably her career low point. And to be fair, for a career, that's pretty good. That's not bad for as far as a big whoopsie goes. Right, sorry, I've just left a second because I need to find a way of. Oh, here we go. I can use some of these. I'm just going through my odds and sods pile, trying to find a couple of pieces of wood that I can use. There we are. Cracking. I'm just going to cut these in half so I can replace what's underneath there, because I need to get rid of this now, so I can do the other one. 2 seconds, 2 seconds. I will be right there with you. There we go. So, yeah, I don't know what you want me to call you. Hive. I don't know. I don't know if you're up on what's going on, mate. So if you want an explanation as to what the hell this is, just let me know and I'll run you through. I'll run you through it. Happy to do that for you if you need it. Right, can I pick this up without making a pig's ear of this? Oh, yeah, cool, I can. Right, probably going to drip this all over the floor, but whatever. Let's just chuck it down there. Hopefully it won't get too dusty. And then we got this one to do. Get rid of the clamp. Excuse me. Right. So we'll go there, 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 and probably there. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, there we are. So, this should be a good job jobbed. And then we can fill the tiki torches up with the paraffin, take them into the garden and set them alight next to the barbecue house. What I'll probably do is I'll probably film that vlog style, or VOD style even, and I will, next time I'm live, I will I'll have it ready and I'll be able to play it for you over Twitch, because I don't think I can probably can't live stream that, because I don't think the wires is long enough to get my cameras around the side of the house. So yeah, I'll probably have to. I'll film it on my DSLR. I'll edit it and keep it local on my camera here, and then next time I'm live, I can play it for you, so you can see what it will look like. But there we go. Oh, no worries, mate, no worries. Thank you ever so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. No bother. Come back soon. All right, mate. Take it easy. Oh, that was sweet. I like it when new people pop in. That's great. It's very good for engagement as well. So my post-stream report will look very nice now, because somebody new has joined the chat. There's a big hole in this one, but I'll just put loads of varnish down there. That'll be all right. That'll keep it good. Pine's pretty good for weathering anyway. Not too worried or concerned. Oh, big drip. There we go. Yeah, I've often thought about like whether to put music on in the background or anything. I don't really know whether that would go over very well. I'm not really sure. What have you got any thoughts about it either way? Is it something that you particularly asked about, you guys, or is it something I can leave and put my efforts to other uses? I just don't want the stream to be like, you know, boring if I'm sort of concentrating or doing something else. You know, just don't want it to be too boring. So if you do want some music piped through, I'm pretty sure I can figure it out. But then of course it's the case of, well, what if the music's not to your taste? I don't know. Cameron, I don't usually jump into a stream for music. You don't play music on stream either. Yeah. I just think sometimes it can just be a bit. It can take away from what exactly is going on. Sometimes, I don't know. Each to their own, I suppose. But if it's something that you specifically wanted, then I'm more than happy to throw some on. It's just a case of whether you're going to like it or not. Whatever it is, probably not going to be anything too abrasive. Or anything that's going to get me DMCA'd. Oh, talking of music though, I have found, I don't know whether anybody was here on the last live, but I have in the background, I found an artificial intelligence music maker, right? So I wrote, well, I asked it to write me a song for you guys that I could play at the end of my streams to just say thanks very much for tuning in, and I really appreciate you being here. So when I finish, I'm going to play it at the end of this stream because it's freaking awesome. But yeah, I gave it the prompts of what I wanted the song to be about, not exact lyrics, but just like what I want is a song that says thank you very much for people who watch me. I really appreciate it, and that they watch me do work in my workshop. I gave it that like little hint, and then I told it what sort of genre of music I wanted, like not an artist. I wanted to sound like Celine Dion or anything like that. But just what I said, I wanted it to be sort of happy, upbeat, and a bit of a power ballad. And hit go, and then all by itself, it sort of did its own thing, and then it made an entire song for me. Like, so I'm talking the beat, the tune, the lyrics, the bass. Whether it gets louder or comes to a climax or a drop or anything like that. It's all automatic. You don't have to think of a thing, and it's incredible. It's so good. It's so good. I think maybe one day we will do a stream where we just make stupid AI songs together, because it's just loads of fun. So we've made songs about what comes to memory. A friend of mine went for a job and didn't get it. Made them an AI song to say sorry you didn't get the job. That was awesome. It just took the piss, which is great. We made a song about pug dogs that had carrots for noses, because of course, why wouldn't you? We made a song about, Dawn made a song about 3 ferrets that went to space. I've made a song about what happens in men's steam rooms at posh country clubs. That's very homoerotic. Yeah, it's just it's so clever. It's so clever what you can do these days. It's incredible. But literally the merest of prompts, and just hit generate, and it just off it goes. And within 30 seconds, you have got an entire song. It's insane. So incredibly smart. Oh, there's varnish on the floor. There's varnish on the floor. That's been varnished. That hasn't been varnished. I think that's the last bit I've got to do. I know I'm blocking the shot. I know I'm blocking your shot, but I can't really pick this up and move it anymore. So I've got to lean over. And there's a couple of holes in there I just want to fill. I think I've got it all. Let's just try and got that. Oh, I think I might have missed a bit there. I might have missed a bit there. Missed a bit. Civilian paint contractor, SEC. That looks good. That looks good. Of course, also, it might be soaking in a little bit. So I might just have a few dry patches where it's just soaked in a little bit. That's done, 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 that's done. I think I'm going to call that done. I think I'm going to call that done. Oh, the top's already going hard. Fanar. Oh. There we are. There we go. Lovely, lovely. I'll just put these supports underneath. There we go. Excellent. Right, throw this paintbrush away because that's now trash. So I do keep on at these about these paintbrushes, right? But they are bloody good. So here in the UK, you can pay Amazon Prime, right? But I refuse because I just don't think it's worth it. But anything I want from Amazon, I literally just put it in my, put whatever it is I want in my cart. Yeah, this is a life hack. Hang on, I'll come back to main cam. Right, here we go. Right, life hack, shopping hack. Right, don't pay Amazon Prime, waste of money. Here in the UK, it's 35 quid for free postage as long as Amazon sell it, right? So whatever it is that you want, go and find it, but find the one that Amazon have got and they're going to sell to you and post it. They've already got it, right? And then that way, pick that up and put that in your cart, right? Leave it there. And then the next thing you want, stick that in your cart. Make sure, obviously, that Amazon are going to fulfill it and that. And then when you've got 35 quid's worth of stuff, or however much it is in America of stuff, they should offer you free postage because there's enough stuff now to warrant free postage. But those, hang on, I'll grab a slack handful of them. So these paintbrushes, 50 pence. 50 pence. So if I've got like 30 quid's worth of stuff in the thing and in the shopping trolley, and actually I do want it, I'll just bung 10 of these in. Get myself to 35 quid. I know I'm going to use these. And they're a fantastic little stocking filler as well, just to get you over that that free shopping thing, because I'm not paying £4.99 every time I want something for stuff to get here. So yeah, there you go, little life hack from me to you. Put these back now. Right, there we go. Right, let's see if we can get this back on here without getting it everywhere. Oh, I have squidged a little bit out onto the rim, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. As long as it seals. Oh, did I just do a fart? Yes, I did. Yeah, as long as it seals, it'll be all right. Beautiful. Lovely. And we didn't spill any. That's fantastic. I can go back on the shelf. Fantastic. Right. So we're suckers. We pay for Amazon Prime. I mean, if you watch the TV thing, but honestly, here, like the only thing that's worth it is if you watch Amazon Prime. But even if you're paying the subscription, there's still adverts on it. Like the last thing I watched on Amazon Prime, they literally put an advert in the middle of a film, and at that point I was like, right, that's it. I'm out. I'm done. I'm not being served an advert in the middle of a film. It's not happening. I'm not going to put up with it, so I just won't use the service. So yeah, I can sort of see, yeah, if you use Amazon Prime a lot and you watch the streaming service a lot, it's probably worth it. But for us, it just doesn't seem like it's worth it. But anyway, the wife uses it. I think I could get rid of it tomorrow. Slowed down the Top Gear Grand Tour video. Yeah, you're right. There's just they're not making TV and films for people like us, mate. They're just not. They're making them for kids and for idiots. I mean, what's the latest thing to come out of Hollywood now? Is that bloody George and the purple pencil or some shit? Who's watching that? You know, in fact, right. Have a guess. Stick in chat how much you think, and don't Google it, right? How much do you think that the budget was for that film to be made? Not the advertising budget, just the production budget of that film. How much do you reckon? Let's see if I can find it. I'm sure it's George. George's, I don't know, George's coloured. You haven't heard of it? Coloured crayon? George's coloured crayon. Okay, that hasn't found it. I'm probably calling it the wrong thing. Harold's purple crayon. It's Harold purple crayon, not George. It's still $50 million plus. Yeah, you're probably not far off, right? Harold coloured crayon. Harold and the purple crayon. I'm not being funny. Like, it's a kids' film, I get that, but you're gonna call a film Purple Crayon, and that instantly doesn't conjure an image in your head? Come on. Right, Harold and the purple crayon budget. Let's see what this actually cost. The numbers. Yeah, don't care what it's about. Movie details, here we go. So it's not coming out until August the 2nd, August the 1st, August the 1st, August the 1st, August the 1st. Running time 92 minutes. Box office, international video, full financials. Let's have a look for that. There are no full financials. Bloody hell. Are they making a... What did he draw? Just want to know how much they paid. $350 million. Like 350 million quid on a film titled after a penis. Like, how are they going to claw that back? How are they going to claw that back? It blows my mind. The last thing I saw at I went to a cinema to see was like one of the Marvel films, and it was, yeah, tell me about it. That's insanely high, but apparently that's what, I mean, it did say it on Twitter, so take that with a pinch of salt. But the last thing I went and saw, in fact, that 350 mil, that could also be advertising budget added in as well, because advertising budget is normally 100% of your production budget. So that could, yeah, it could be like 175 million, which sounds a bit more reasonable. But like, oh, excuse me. Yeah, I haven't been to the cinema in probably 5 years. So as soon as they killed Iron Man, that was me. I was out. I'm done. I'm not interested anymore. They're clearly not making films for me anymore, so I'm not going to the cinema. Simple as that. I'll stick with the films that I've already got through other means. Talking of films that are already out, I was sort of I was talking to the missus. She's heavily tattooed. And I got a few, but not anything like as much as her. But like, so my sort of half sleeve starts there, but it's done on like both sides. Goes up to my shoulder, up to about here, and then spreads down onto my chest, and then sort of the same on my back as well. And I wanted to do the exact same thing on this side, but I was really struggling to come up with a theme for this side. But what I thought of was find a portrait artist and do like films from like my childhood and growing up. Not like the IMDb top 10 films, but like just films that I I've watched probably hundreds and hundreds of times. You know, having them either the movie posters or a scene or a character, you know, just to cover up this sort of side. And then she put me onto this, I don't know what's, sorry, one of my lads is texting me. I'm gonna have to come back to him. So, what's she bloody called? Oh, Amy Edward. All right, let me just search. Amy Edwards tattoo, there we go. So she's found this person here, and I mean, you know, if you're going to do movies, this looks like the sort of girl you want to be going to. Because let me find one that's obvious. I mean, that's a really good Jim Carrey, isn't it? That's a really good Jim Carrey. And then oh, come on. Not shiny. There's a George. There's Quinn from Jaws. That's quite good. Joker. Exorcist. I mean... Hey, Adrian. Yeah, some of these are fantastic. They're so bloody good. Oh, love that. Tom Hanks from Saving Private Ryan. So talented. But yeah, that's a bit gory. Probably can't show you that. Oh, RoboCop. I mean, I would love something, you know, a full sort of chest, back and arm from her. That would be awesome. So yeah, that's what sort of I'm thinking of. And if any of you are sort of thinking he's waffling a bit, you're absolutely right, because the only thing really I've got that I can do now is the vase, and it's sanding, and I really ideally don't want to cover these in, because these will still be tacky, and I don't really want to cover them in sawdust, which will be a bit of a shame because they'll look awful. So yeah, there's that. There is that. Right, the pen blanks are still drying, so we can't turn those. We can't do anything more with the Tiki Torches because they should be done now. They just need a chance to dry. Can I cover them in some way? Don't really know. I don't really have anything. I can't really cover them or stop the air from getting to them. We could start off this sphere. I mean, there it is. We could start that off. There's a circle in there somewhere. We've just got to find it. We could start this off. What else is on there? Peppermill. I still haven't been to the shop. Hang on. If I just bring that into focus, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. There we go. So, room door plaque. Still haven't bought any MDF yet. Sphere, that's ready to turn. Mill, haven't gone and got another pepper mill. I could, we could do a wand. The bedside caddy. I've forgotten all about that. So the bedside caddy, that's all of it there in glue up here. That's all of it there. I know it doesn't look like much, but basically that's going to be the base. One of these two sort of longer pieces is going to be a sort of a stem. Another one's going to be a phone holder, and then this bit up here is going to be a bit that sticks out there for you to sort of put your watch over. That was always the plan for that. But I think that might be a bit brave for today. More pens. Let's go back to there. So yeah, pens, Trev's vase. We're gonna have to do Tiki Torches. Yep, they've they've been glued, dried, they've been polyed. Yeah, I did that out of order, but it doesn't really matter. Resand the OSB bowl, got to go and get it. Ashes pyramid, none of the stuff for that is here yet. The ashes are here, but the mould isn't here, so that's not really doable. We could, what could we do that's not a huge waste of time? I'll tell you what I've got. If I move you down there a little bit, I'm just very conscious that this has still got wet glue all over it. I've got this. Oh, that's a dead spider. Lovely. I've got that. So that's all from a hawthorn bush that I trimmed, and I've got all of the branches from it. We could throw some resin in that. Ah, but then I also wanted to do, I've also got an absolute metric buck ton of pistachio shells, and I was going to do a pistachio shell bowl as well, and I've only got enough resin for one. So it is a case of I can only do one of these before I have to go and restock my resin, because I haven't got an awful lot of it left. But we could put resin in here. What do you reckon? You up for this? Should we do this? Should we do this? Should we do this? Shall we do this? What do you reckon? Ah, we'll do this. I haven't got anything else to do. Nothing else that I really want to be getting into right now. Right, so I'm going to need some things. I'm going to need some things. And the things I'm going to need is some resin, which is hiding in this box. There we go. And some colours, which are hiding up here. Oh, that shouldn't be there. Oh! There we go. Right, just framing up. So, that's the remainder of the resin I've got left. That's probably enough, because there's not really a huge amount of space left in here. I mean, there's a fair old bit, but not a massive amount. So we've got that. We've got these. We need something to mix it in. That's got water in it, can't use that. I need a tub or something that is fairly clean. Tub that's fairly clean. Well, there's that, I suppose. Oh, it's not exactly clean, but I'm sure we could scrape that out. So we've got this, but it's got some shite in it. But as long as we've got the worst of it out, the rest of it doesn't really matter. So we could mix the resin in here. That would kind of work. Yeah, so we could do that. And to make sure we measured it correctly, we could just use 2 of these. So 1 for resin. Come on now. Come on, done. So 1 for resin, 1 for hardener. So use that one. We won't use that one because that one's been on the top. That's got dust in it. But we use that one. There we go. So we can do equal amounts of resin and hardener in there, combine them in there, chuck them in there. Mixy mixy. pory, but then what colour do we want it to be? So it's got a contrast with this sort of very light wood. I think something quite dark. What do we reckon? I mean, what have we got? There's a silver, like a very, very, very metallic silver. That's quite dark. That's quite cool. That's gold. That's probably a bit light. Yellow. Oh, there's this one here. That's called blue russet. I mean, I know it's reddy colour, but it's clearly got some blue in it. That's quite striking. Turquoise. And that could be cool. What we got? Green, I don't think so. Pink, no. Oh, what's this? Antique copper. That could be kind of cool. Yeah, quite like the look of that. Keep that as a possible. What's this? Blue, what? True blue. Nah, don't think it would go with brown very well. That's bright yellow. I mean, I could go black. Could go black. I think I want to go powder rather than ink because I want it to be opaque, and i.e. not see-through. But there's a red. What's that? That's Pearlex. That's micro pearls. That's a purple. I don't think that's right. That's yellow. Don't think that's right. That's another more different kind of purple. These are all too small for the amount that we've got. That's a yellow or gold. That's green. That's too small, too small, too small. That is carbon black. Now that's a thing. We could do carbon black. But I actually think I want to do the pistachio one in carbon black, and it might look a bit samey. So maybe not, actually. Maybe not carbon black this time. What's that? Purple. Very, very bright yellow. Orange, and that's got to be a blue, hasn't it? Yeah, blue. I am feeling one of these four. I'm feeling either that copper, what is it? What do they call this one? Antique copper. Blue russet. Turquoise. Which, yeah, I don't know about. No, I'm going to get rid of that one. Or this silver. What do you reckon? We'll go for one of those three. So I'll either go with the antique copper, the blue russet, or the silver. What do we think? I don't know. I don't know. Do you know what? I think I'm going to make an executive decision and go with the antique copper. I just don't know why. I've just sort of got an affection with that one. I think that's going to be really nice. Yeah, we'll go with that. Right, give me a second. Get rid of all of these. And they're all starting to fall over, of course. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah, we'll go with antique copper, and it will be marvellous. Oh, back up there, you. Right then. Now, shall I put some gloves on, or shall I just freestyle this? I'll just freestyle it, be alright. Well, that's quite goopy, isn't it? Ugh, yuck. Okay, well, how about I just don't touch that part? Right, so this is mixed by volume, so however much of one I put in, I need to put in the same amount of the other. So I think I'm going to fill these bowls. It will leave me a little bit left over, but not a huge amount. There we go. Little dribble. Catch that with some shop towel. There we are. And then this is either, I think this is the resin. This is slightly more difficult to pour. Oh, I was going to get some stuff first. Oh shit, well, it's too late. It's too late. We're going now. I was going to get a tissue ready, but never mind. Never mind. Right, come on then. Do. So this stuff is Alumilite crystal clear resin, they call it. Nice thing about this is it's nice and slow acting. Once it's combined, I've got about 40 minutes before it starts to sort of go off and go hard. So I've got about 40 minutes to get it coloured, get it in, and then get it in the pressure pot, so that all the air bubbles, which I'm undoubtedly about to introduce into it, can all get compressed down. Gloves, yeah, it's probably a really good idea, isn't it? Let's put another set of gloves on. Going through gloves today. So sat like this, they're absolutely fine. Then nothing's going to happen sat like this. Only when I combine them does the clock start ticking. But we've got loads of time because it's slow acting resin. So we shouldn't really need to rush at all. Right, what might be quite a good idea is, just before I go too far, is just dam the the pot of sticks. You'll see what I mean in a second when I do it. But I want some tape. That tape there. And because resin, as it cures, it pulls in, it shrinks a little bit. So I just want to dam the side. Hopefully this is completely not necessary, but just in case. I don't think I've got enough resin for this to really be a realistic danger of it creeping over, but just on the off chance, I suppose it's better to be prepared, isn't it? I'll just make sure that's got a lovely seal all the way around. And if it does, it's not going to drip too badly. There we go. Cool. Okay, let's get on with mixing. We'll get rid of our mixing stick that's already got shite all over it. Get rid of that for the time being. So first is our resin. Get all of that in there as quickly as possible. make sure we get it all, because it aren't cheap, this stuff. It ain't cheap, and well, it's not cheap, but I am, so I don't like wasting it. But I'm definitely going to need some more of this fairly soon. This is effectively liquefied plastic, so it's incredibly bad for the environment, but then at the same time India and China exist, so don't really feel that bad about it. There we go, that is the majority of it. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, let's just get rid of this. See you later. And in with the hardener. And this is the one, I think if I'm going to spill one, it'll be this one. Yup, there it goes. Now the hardener's a bit more watery, so I'm hoping the majority of this should sort of dribble out now. But ideally, I want to mix this really well. What's the time now? So it is 6:57. I was pricing out resin to do a river table. Wow, it's expensive. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's actually doesn't sound like too bad of a price, to be honest. Yeah, it's super expensive. I only really buy it by, I mean, they sell it by the kilo here, so we buy it by weight. Or especially this resin anyway, so I generally buy either a 1 or a 5 kilo issue, depending on how much that is. That's probably a 1 gallon, I would have thought, but yeah, that's about, still getting on for well, how much would that be? Sort of around about £90, I think, the stuff I buy. No, other more different resins are available, but this stuff has never let me down in the past, so I sort of feel like, well, I should stick with it until, if it's never let me down, then stick with it, right? But there we go. Well, I can just sit there for a minute. Let's just make sure this is really well mixed, because this is not something I really want to half-arse. So we'll mix this for a good 5 minutes. So yeah, if you could engage me in witty conversation for the next 5 minutes while I just stand there and stir this, that would be very much appreciated. So if you've got a topic of conversation that you would like to broach, then please, by all means, throw it up into the chat. Because this is unfortunately going to be a bit boring. This bit, a little bit boring, because it really does need. Scrape the sides, scrape the bottom as well, make sure it all comes off. Yeah, I mean, that's it, but you've got to be careful though, man. You've got to be careful, because what you can do is you can then make it look like what you're trying to do is save money, and make it look cheap. But yeah, I hope it went all right for you. My dad does river tables, and you know, he's done a couple of really nice ones. But his biggest problem is getting somebody else to see them. You know, he can knock them out, but I mean, what's he supposed to do? Just, you know, he's got enough wood to make probably 20 plus, and that's a hell of a lot of resin to invest in. And before he sold one, you know, you really need to, those are really the sort of things you're either making for yourself, and who needs 20 tables in their house, or you've already got to have sold it before you even make it. I mean, you know, this, I'm just doing this for fun. This will be for me. Or if at some point I get my arse in gear and do an online store, I'll put this on the online store and, you know, somebody can buy it. But, right. Have we... Yeah, exactly. If it's a desk for you, as long as you like it, then you're never going to waste a penny. As long as you like it. But yeah, I mean, But then, you know, you look at, yeah, all right, 400 quid for epoxy. It'll be incredibly strong. And how much genuinely is a really good quality desk going to cost you? I reckon you're probably about the same. So for the same sort of money, you're going to end up with a really good quality desk that you know how it was built, you know how it was made, you know all the care and effort and love that went into it. That tape's already starting to fail. That's not great. You know, it's... I think you struggle to get one built or buy one from a store that's as good quality for that sort of money. Right, this is really starting to look quite uniform now. I think we might be there in terms of mixy. So now how about we do a little colory. Got one more clean spatula. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if it's for you and you're going to love it and it's going to last you for a bloody lifetime, I shouldn't wonder. Well, it's like all things tool, isn't it? It's expensive the first day, but then after that, it's free every day after that. So, right. So I don't really know how much to put in, but somebody cleverer than I said, go big or go home, right? So I choose to go big. And we can always put in more if we need. Let's see how that looks. Should we go just before my hands get absolutely covered in this stuff? Just while I can still touch my camera. There we go. That's a bit more like it, isn't it? Oh, that's something else, that, isn't it? I love that colour. That colour's really cool. I know it's showing on camera a little bit redder than it is here. It's showing a little bit balls bloody red on camera, but trust me, it's not here. It's a very, very, very pleasant coppery come antique. It's really hard to describe actually, but it's very cool. Just really trying to make sure that the colour is all mixed in. Do you know what? Fuck it. Let's do some more. Like most of my projects, they get spread out over a long time. Yeah, exactly. If you do a little bit here, a little bit there, you don't really notice it as much, do you? Boom, there we are. There's round two. I'm just going for it now. I'm just throwing caution to the wind and going, fuck it. Full send. When in doubt. I mean, yeah, when you're making stuff for yourself, especially when you're talking about items of furniture like that, you know, you've got to love it. So yeah, it's worth taking your time, investing your time in it, making sure that it's right. You know, see, the mantra I live by, generally speaking, whenever I'm making anything or whether I'm working, if I'm at work, because I work as an engineer, if it's not right, stop, fix it, and then move on. What do we think about that? I think that's got, yeah, it's got some brown tones in it. It's definitely got the metallic-y sort of finish. I think this could finish beautifully. What do we think? Good to pour, or shall we put a bit more colour in? I don't know. I say we pour. I think we pour. Let's move this to one side. Let's bring our box of sticks in. There we go. And we shall pour. Right, best of luck. Fingers crossed this goes okay. In she goes. See you later, boys. The good thing is it is fairly warm today, so this is nice and runny. It's not normally this runny here. Being in the UK, it's a little bit chilly, or certainly can be. Hello, darling. Are you well?
Yeah. Do you want back door key?
No, there's one already on my workshop keys, isn't there? My workshop keys are just literally by the they're just here. Can you just have a quick look?
Oh yeah, there is one. Yeah.
Yeah? No, I don't need it then. Oh shit, I wasn't watching. Are you off for nails?
Yeah.
Alright, bud, have a good time. I'll catch you when we get back. Come and show me what you've created.
Okay.
Ta-ta, lovely. See you in a little while. She's off to go and get her nails done, peeps. She has a treat every now and again. Yeah, that's all starting to sink down now. Be playing whack-a-mole with these. I'm definitely going to have to tape this down. But just want to give it a chance for it to run into all the cracks. Because we've mixed it, so it might as well go in. And it'll all even out in the pot. It will find its level. Oh, oh shit, everything's risen. Oh, oh piss. Like, literally everything has risen. Oh, I wasn't ready for this. I was not ready for this. Okay, alright, well, I mean, shit happens, doesn't it? Shit happens. It's okay, it's not too bad. We will just... I had a bit of circular ply here. Right, we'll dump this back on here very quickly. That's safe now. We're gonna chuck mica powder everywhere because that's got a nasty habit of going everywhere. So don't have to worry about that no more. Right, so yeah, we'll just cut this roughly to size, and it's about 22 mil. Right, I'm just going to cut this on the bandsaw real quick. $11mm is about there. Just has to be rough but quite quick. So as long as I put it on there, that's probably going to be okay. check. Way too small. Well, it's not a circle and it isn't 22 millimeters. Oh my god, what a mess I've made. I'm just going to cut some strips and that's going to have to... There we go. So we'll play resin whack-a-mole now. We'll just push this down into here, get it to it's going everywhere. But ideally, I mean, this hasn't got to be brilliant. It just needs to not have every single rod shooting up out of it. So yeah, that can go in there like that. That'll be fine. You can get, well, you're not going anywhere. You can stay there like that. It's alright, you'll tape in, it's fine. And then that, take a chunk out of there, make it about that long. That's cool. Yeah, right, 2 secs. Oh, still a bit long. There we go. Adapt and overcome. Adapt and overcome. Push everything down. Oh, that's close to overflowing. Do you know what? This might be a good candidate for just being left here on the bench. I kind of feel. I think this one is going to be a cure outside of the pressure pot job. Yes, I do. I do. I think this one is going to be an outside of the pressure pot cure. Which might mean it's a little bit air bubbly, but it's all right. It's okay. It doesn't matter too much. We just need something larger than that to put on top of it and trap those pieces in. That's fine. I've got plenty of bits of plywood. There we go. Sort of feeling my way around it like a bit of a blind man. Let's put some weight on it like that, and then we'll just have a quick look from underneath and just make sure that It's not all absolutely stinking. Yeah, it's going to have a little bit of a dribble, look, but I mean, it's okay. It's only a couple of drips. Yeah, that'll be okay. That'll be all right. Do you want to have a quick look? Yes, just seen your message, and it has done a little bit. Not too bad though, not too bad. If I drop, hang on, let me take my gloves off first because they have got a little bit of epoxy on them. If I bring you down to there, you can just see it, just starting to pool there. Ever so slight. Oh fuck, too much. Yeah, it's just starting to pool ever so slightly under there, but you know what, that's not too bad. I'll give that 10 minutes and then give it a clean up, give it a wipe, and it can sit there. That's fine. I don't think there's any others anywhere else. Sorry, just going to shift you to briefly. No, it's just that one. It's just that little dribble there, which really isn't that bad. Give that a few minutes to go off. Give it a wipe up, it'll stop. Once it finds its equilibrium, it'll stop. I'm not too... Oh yeah, but look. It's like looks like shiny motor oil. Actually, reminds me of brake fluid. Sort of got a slight red shimmer to it. Great stuff. Lovely. Yeah, that'll be all right. That will be fine. That will be fine. Right. So, there we go, look. That was something we weren't expecting to do today, wasn't it? Oh, of course, that does also now mean I can't move the sphere because the sphere is holding down the sphere's now holding down that bowl make, so might have just scuppered myself. Yeah, but I'm definitely gonna have to sort of keep an eye on that and just sort of babysit it for a second. Right, there's some tools out that probably need to go away. So tape measure can go back, screwdriver can go back. What else have we got out? Right, they don't need to be here anymore because we're nearly done with the Tiki Torches. We could unpack the remaining Tiki Torch, couldn't we? Save taking the rubbish back into the house. I do like these. These are very cool. Anything sharp? Yeah, pen. There we go. Yeah. Get rid of that. Luckily, bin day tomorrow, so or I should say garbage collection tomorrow. So the boys will be coming for their bins. So I might as well fill them up. There we are, look. Hey. Right. Got 2 Tiki Torches ready to go. I've got 2 bottles of paraffin ready to go, covered in absolutely shit tons of citronella oil. So all the flies, it's all just fallen over, fine, whatever. All the flies can go get fucked. They're still drying. I mean, what are we? Yeah, they're still very much tacky. They're probably going to be tacky for the rest of the night. That that's dripping away to itself, but that will be lovely when it's cured and done. That'll be good. That will be good. Yeah, very happy with that. Well, I suppose really the only thing left to do is to really turn our attention towards the vase. Or do we call it a day? Do we call it a day? I don't know, it kind of seems a bit early. It kind of seems a bit early. Mrs. is out now, so not sure whether we're going to eat when she gets back. Who's this? Oh, well, that's not good news. Hopefully the wife's taking care of that. Right, so I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea and have a wee. All right, so I'm gonna go on a quick break. All right, but I will be back. Okay, I'll see you shortly. Right, hey up. I've only had a sandwich and a boiled egg and a bit of cucumber all day today. So I was just very aware that I was just sort of starting to feel a little bit lightheaded. It might be the epoxy fumes, it might be the glue fumes. It could also be the fact that I've not eaten very much today. So I was just like, a little spike in blood sugar is probably what I need, just to keep me sort of compos mentis. Right, so been away, made a cup of tea. We've got a little puddle still happening down there, but again, it's not massive. It's not huge at all. So I think probably we'll just tend to this every so often for a few minutes. Just get the worst of it up. Because once it starts to solidify, then it will just, I mean, now that's how quickly it's coming down. You can see that bead just working its way down there now, so it's really not that fast at all. There. It'll stop. It'll stop when it's ready. It'll stop when it's ready. So yeah, so oh right, yeah, what to do? What was the cure time for that epoxy? Good question. Good blooming question. Shall I look it up? I will look it up real quick. It's Alumilite epoxy cure time. I think the cure time is actually quite quick coat. No, it's not quick coat. It is the casting epoxy. We'll have to go on their website a sec. Resin, casting resin, coating. So it's casting resin, and it's the amazing clear cast epoxy resin. There it is. So yeah, 1 gallon is. What does it tell you how much it is? Yeah, 95 quid for a gallon here. So 2 gallons, £149. That's 150 quid for 2 gallons. So what did you say? Brought it down to a gallon. I'm sure you said you brought it in together. Where did you say that? Where did you say that? Yeah. 3 gallon kit was $400. Also, it's quite expensive. Well, then again, $400. Wonder what $400 is. Anyway, I'll look this up first and then I'll figure it out. Volume, weight, mix ratio. So work time is 45 to 50 minutes. Demold time 18 to 24 hours. For deeper casts, which this one would be, allow 24 to 48 hours. So Yeah. Yeah, so for probably in the next hour it will seep, but then it'll chill out. So 400, let's give it some context. So for, what did you say? So 1 gallon. So 1 US gallon here is £95. Where's my currency converter gone? Because I spend quite a lot of time outside the UK. Finance, currency converter, there we go. XE currency converter. Yes, whatever. Yes. No. Whatever. So what did I say? Sorry, £95.95p is £95.95p is $123 US. So I don't know whether that's cheaper or more expensive or about the same as what you got. Yeah, 1 gallon, I think it's close to 1 to 1. Yeah, sounds about right, doesn't it? It's not massively far off. Not massively off. Right, just gonna. Oh, so not that close. Oh, right. So what are you paying per gallon then? Well, it's still quite expensive. I mean, there's another $60 on top. Is that just for the Is that just for the resin, or is that delivery as well? Because obviously the US is significantly larger than the UK, so it is acceptable for, you know, things to cost a significant amount more to get from one place to another. It is madness, because here we are so, that's just the resin. Okay, fair enough. We're so jaded here for about like nearly everything. As long as you buy enough of it, nearly everything you get free shipping. Spend anything more than £50 to £60, and you almost expect free shipping, because you know, from one end of the country really isn't that far from in the UK. So we do sort of have a tendency to forget that actually we're pretty spoiled here. But then, you know, I suppose even if there is someone who's going to, you know, says, oh yeah, we'll do it free shipping. I mean, it's got to get from wherever it's manufactured or wherever it's imported to wherever it is now, and they've got to get it from there to you. So that's the price of that's just going to, they're just going to work that in to the price of the for the price of the item, I expect, surely, because there's no way the company's going to take the hit overcharging you, because otherwise they wouldn't be in business for very long. So ultimately we end up paying no matter what. It's just whether you know about it or not, I guess. Ew. Smelly. Smelly, smelly, smelly. Yeah, yes. Yeah, probably is why it's so popular. Yeah, I mean, I've shipped a lot of pens that I've made to the US, and I only paid from here in the UK to the US. I think I paid £3.95. So that would be what, less than $6, and that's international shipping. I'll tell you what, salt and vinegar crisps, I needed these because I was starting to feel decidedly wobbly. Right, resin watch. Yeah, it's still oozing out of there a little bit. Not too bad. Not too bad. Right, how are we doing on follow? Follower goal hasn't moved. That's a bit of a shame. I'd like to have seen that move today. Never mind. Never mind. Worse things happen at sea. Still got. So what? You're at work now, but you're watching me. What kind of job do you have that allows you to watch Twitch? Either you have a very relaxed workplace environment, an awesome boss, or you work from home. Right, okay, I get you. I was going to say otherwise. Yeah, you've either got a very relaxed workplace environment, a very cool boss who just lets you get on with it and lets you watch stuff on your phone or whatever at work, or you're taking the world's longest shit. But I appreciate you being here, man. I really do. Oh, yeah. I'm an engineering too, but not the drawing part of it. More the hands-on maintenance-y part of it, which I fully accept. Without the drawings and without the documentation and the manuals, I couldn't do my job. So, cheers. Oh god, that's good tea. That is good tea. Yeah. So what kind of engineering? I mean, aeronautical, weaponry, marine engineering, engine engineering. What sort of things do you do? Or a bit of a mixy blob of all manner of stuff. It's been in factory working for. So what? Ever since what would it be? 2022. So you'd already have missed the Rona. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. What sort of salary does an engineer get in the US? Because you know, there's some cracking states over there. The thought of moving as I retire. Well, as I finish doing what I'm doing and looking for another career. You know. It's good to keep your options open, I suppose, but yeah, I've absolutely no idea what sort of salary an engineer in the US might attract. Oh, sorry, I should have muted the mic, shouldn't I, before I did that. Ugh. You know, because we looked at Florida when we went over there for a holiday. And bloody hell, it was hella tempting, but then I put on 2 kilos in 2 weeks, so it was shocking the rate of which I gained weight while I was eating what I was eating out there. But it was something else. The food, bloody hell, food was amazing, absolutely incredible. We found this place down the road from where we were staying in Haines City, just outside of Orlando, called Manny's Chop House. Bloody hell, good grief, could this place knock out a steak? It was, let's see, entry's about 60k. Yeah, see, I mean, depending on like what that actually means in your pocket, taxes, because I know you've got state tax, federal tax and all of that, and then how far a buck goes in the US, which I don't think is really as far as it goes here. I mean, it's not brilliant at the moment. But yeah, I wonder what, you know, in actual money in your pocket and what your expenses are. I wonder how it stacks up. It's probably not far off. Probably not far off, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, sounds like a lot. You can, I mean, here, depending on where you're shopping, you could nearly buy a whole house for 120,000 here. Obviously pounds, not dollars, but yeah, so 120k sounds like an absolutely astronomical figure here for here. But yeah, I realise it's a different kettle of fish in the old US of A. We've got another little puddle. We're just going to have to keep coming back, tending to this every couple of minutes. And of course, got to try not to put my hand in it, or my watch, or my arm. Because old Mrs. C, she will, if I come inside welded to my own bench, excuse me, she will never stop laughing. That's really slowed down now, hasn't it? Yeah, that's really slow. Oh yeah, I forgot about health insurance. But isn't there somewhere you can get your employer to pay for it, or your employer sort of, you know, some of it's covered by your employer or something. I mean, there's no point in comparing like dentistry, because you can't get free dentistry here anymore. That's gone. That's disappeared. So every dentist is near enough private. I mean, they say that you should have free dentistry up to the age of 16 here in the UK, but trying to find a dentist that will take you on NHS wise, may pay a portion, but it varies larger company, the more they'll pay. Right, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Super small company. Oh, read between the lines. That means you're stumping up for a lot of medical insurance. But then you can't not have it, can you? You daren't not have it. Because if you get ill or you have an accident, you're fucked. That is the thing I think I will miss, especially as I get older. Just being able to, I mean, I had an accident with my table saw. No worries. Hopped in the car, went down to the medical centre, had it looked at, got it x-rayed, make sure there was no bone fragments knocking around inside my finger, and literally they, sealed me up, and then sort of said, right, well, it's not massively traumatic, so you're looking at about a 3-hour wait to have it dressed properly. I was like, no, don't worry about it. I'll go back home, because this was a Sunday, so I drove back to work and just had it done at work, because I was like, well, I've got a medical centre at work, I'll just do it there. It wasn't the money, it was the fact that I just could not be asked to wait 3 hours to redress my finger. They sort of bandaged it up loosely between having it x-rayed, because I basically walked in there with it covered in shop towels, just grabbed hold of it, because like I'd managed to peel it all back over the bone a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I literally just walked down there, got it looked at, had an x-ray. They said that there's no bone fragments in it. They sort of half dressed it back up again for me, just to sort of keep it from claret spurting out everywhere. And then yeah, I went into work and just went to the medical centre at work. I was like, I've broke my finger, can you do it? And they just went, yeah, fine, no problems. Stitched it all back together again, put me in some paper stitches or some, what did they put in? I think it was paper stitches. But yeah, cleaned it all out, put the paper stitches in it, and then dressed it. And then I saw them to go back like every 3 days to have it redressed. Sorry, I've got a massively itchy nose. Yeah, I went back every 3 days to have it dressed for about 2 weeks, until it sort of stitched itself back together enough that I could leave it open to the air. Didn't cost me a penny. Well, say it didn't cost me a penny. Obviously, we pay tax here, of course, and that's where the money goes to. But at the point of when I needed it, it was free. Had it been a broken finger, a broken leg, a great big bit of wood sticking out my neck. Doesn't matter, you just walk in and get it sorted out. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. Yeah, we're still pooling over there. We're still pooling over there. Was there 2 of us? Oh, and you have a son. Yeah, you can't, can you? You can't afford to take any risks. You can't afford to take any risks. Yeah, you're probably not far off. You're probably about right. So yeah, I'm assuming sort of like quality of living. The only thing that worries me is the standard of food in America. That's the only thing that worries me, is the amount of stuff that, like, we will not stock it over here. Like, it's illegal. We can't have it. And like the way you chlorinate chicken to save money on clean factory processes just blows my mind. Why wouldn't you just want a clean factory rather than having a chicken with chemicals pumped into it? It just, yeah, the amount of sugar and what's the other one that's really bad for you? Aspartame and you know, all the other sweeteners and stuff. Everything's so sweet. Yeah, I mean, my diet would be I'd be a death sentence over there. I'd be a beast. Well, I am a beast. I'm definitely on the wrong side of fat. But I'd be horrendous over there. I would seriously have to like address what I ate, because I would just balloon, absolutely balloon. I did when I went to Florida. Yeah, I know. There's loads of options, but they're not the options I want to eat. I mean, like, you know, like it seems like when we do go to America, it's like, quick, buy everything that we can't get here and consume it immediately, because we can't get it when we come back here. So like, I'll do my weight in Mountain Dew and Cheetos immediately, because you just can't get them here, and there's a reason why you can't get them here. It's because they're horrendous for you. But yeah. I'm the first one to put my hands up and say, it's all my own fault, 100%, but I can't not. I just can't. It's impossible. I mean, you guys sell Lucky Charms by the pillowcase, mate. By the sack. Lucky Charms by the sack. You can't walk past that. It's impossible. Especially when you can't get it here. You can't get it here, so when you do get it there, it's just like, oh, you just lose your mind. Run around Walmart like you're on Ready, Steady, Go Shopping. What's it called? Like supermarket sweep, just clearing the aisles of things that you just love that you can't get in the UK. It's great. It's fantastic. And then you get to squeeze back into your airline seat for your 11-hour flight home. Go on holiday, a slender British being of beef and vegetables, and then come back a sloth. But yeah, you do some good food. I mean, that steakhouse that we found in Haines City, I'd have gone there just for the bread rolls. They give you these cinnamon butter bread rolls, sweet rolls. Oh, we had to go at making them here, and it's like, I don't know what they were doing there, but they were insane. Texas Roadhouse. What's that? Is that like a chain? Is that like a... Oh God, what's it called? Outback Steakhouse sort of chain thing, is it? Texas Roadhouse? I don't know. Steak chain serves bread the way. Yeah, right. Yeah. So this place was an independent, and it was called Manny's Chop House. But yeah, as soon as you sat down, that's what you got. You got given a bowl of these bread rolls. I'd have just sat there and had bread roll after bread roll after. I'd have done the place in. I'd have done them out of bread rolls before I wanted to stop. They were incredible. But you know, pleased to say we did manage. We stayed out of the Outback Steakhouse, and we stayed out of what's the other place that's a shithole? Red Lobster. You know, we managed to stay out of those places. For not getting caught up in that game. But yeah, it was good. Only 2 hours north of KC. KC, yeah, see you're using, KC, you're using acronyms I don't really understand. You're only 2 hours north of Kansas City. Kansas City? Yeah. No, it was Haines City in Florida. That's a hell of a long way from where you are. That's not a commute. That's a flight. Just outside Orlando. yeah. That's that's a way. That's a ways away. That's a ways away. But internal flights in America way better than they are here. Absolutely dog shit here. So yeah, pros and cons, mate. Pros and cons. But I would totally, 100%, if I moved to America, I would have an awesome gun collection. Because, like, why wouldn't you? Well, I mean, I know, you know, if I lived there, and I always lived there, like if I was a citizen, or what do you call it? Like if I was an American, not a English person coming over to live in an American, because I don't think you get freedom to have all the same stuff that somebody who was born there gets straight away. I think you probably get it in time, but I would definitely have a very impressive handgun collection and just spend all my time going down the range and just fucking blasting off rounds like bow, 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 bow. Oh, that's a big one. That is not focusing very well, is it? I don't know what's going on under there. Oh shit, I've just pressed things. Oh crap. How do I get out of that? There we go. That's better. That's better. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think, even if I moved there and I was working there and paying taxes there and all of that, I don't think I'm allowed to just walk in, you know, walk into any place like you would be able to, and just buy one over the counter. I think I would have to. There are definitely some restrictions, or I have to be there for a certain amount of time before I get, you know, treated anything like the same way you guys would be, which is fair enough, you know. It's just fair enough. They're your laws, so why shouldn't they benefit you? Oh, it's really slowed down. I can feel that this is now sort of hardening up and it's squidgy. So yeah, you can see. Where is it? It's just coming onto the red now. You can see how slow that's becoming. That is very slow. V slow. Yeah. Right. Well, it's been lovely chatting, but I daren't make any more sawdust. That is just going to cure there by itself and sit and chill out for a bit. There's not really a lot I can do with that anymore. Those are still drying and they are still, yes, very, very tacky. That is on the lathe, but see, the vase is on the lathe already, but it needs sanding, and I don't want to put loads of sawdust in the air. I think I've come to a natural point where I really can't do any more. Which is a bit of a shame, because I did sort of plan on being out until sort of quite late. But there you go. But it's been great chatting. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you very much for the insights. Yeah, but yeah, you take care of yourself, land of the free and home of the brave. I really do mean that. It's been quality chatting with you. You should now be known as Mr. Donut. Oh, I suppose that's the other thing. American donuts. Oh yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, have yourself a good one. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. And I'm gonna play you the exit song when I disappear. I think I can do it. Where's my stupid mouse? There it is. Right. yeah, I'm going to click this button. Hopefully it comes up. I've got to try and get it onto my Stream Deck somehow. I'll figure it out another day. But yeah, enjoy this. This is the AI song I made just to say cheers for watching and have a good one. All right, let's see if it works.
Hey there, crew, thanks for stopping by. In the workshop building, I won't lie. Your support means the world to me. Together creating dreams set free. Every nail I hammer, every screw I turn. With you watching, it's your love I earn. From plans on paper to reality, you fuel my passion with your energy. Thank you, crew, for watching me. In this workshop together we see dreams take shape in every way. With you here, it's a bright day. Every life's a bright day. Every live stream, every single chat, you're the reason for this and that. In the sawdust and the glue, building memories, all thanks to you. We share the highs, we share the lows. In this workshop magic grows, crafting wonders side by side. Thank you for this amazing ride. Thank you, crew, for watching me. In this workshop together we see dreams take shape in every way. With you here.
Isn't AI fantastic? I mean, what an outro. Right, have a good one. See you later. Ta-ra all.